Dear Black people, how many times have you been called criminals? Dear poor people, how many times have you been told to just get a job? Dear women, how many times have you been told to cover up? It is no secret that discrimination occurs on a daily basis. I believe I can safely assume that everybody here has either faced or witnessed discrimination. In fact, I'm almost certain every woman here has been told or faced something sexist. I, for one, have witnessed and faced lots of sexism. I remember when a guy who had never played basketball assured me that he could beat me if we were to compete, simply because he's a guy and I'm a girl, even though I've been playing basketball since I was 5. I was about 9 at the time, and it was then that I realized that sexism wasn't just something on TV or something Jonas faced. It was then that I realized that it wasn't just older people who thought men are superior to women. I think a lot about that day, because I know for a fact that a lot of people have ideologies similar to his. This is shown through the immense gender pay gap. In fact, a report written in 2019 in Lebanon states that when a man and a woman have identical skills in a certain field and have similar jobs which require the exact same amount of work and effort, the man makes about 17.5% more than the woman. Why does the woman get paid 17.5% less than the man? That is completely unjust. It may not sound like a big deal, but when you use a slightly larger scale, you would realize that the woman is being robbed. You would realize that every time the man makes 10 million Lebanese pounds, the woman only makes 825,000 Lebanese pounds for the exact same amount of experience, skill, and work. That is 175,000 Lebanese pounds, which a certain woman is being robbed of right now. This is not to mention that the gender pay gap resembles people's ideologies. A woman isn't as competent as a man. Women are undermined every single day because of these stereotypes. Not to mention that society has made it a woman's role to cook, clean, and take care of the children. It is completely unfair that women are known for these aspects only. What's even worse is hearing a national leader say so. Lebanon's interior minister's solution to no deliveries is to let women cook. Why doesn't he just say, make lunch at home? I mean, it would have been fine if he had told women to cook their husbands, but the fact that a national leader's solution to no deliveries is to let women cook shows how big of a problem sexism really is. Sadly, some women have ideologies similar to his. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked our female friend if she was feminist, and I thought that was stupid because I assumed nobody would be against something that provides them with equality. But to my surprise, she responded with, of course not. A woman should cook for her husband because men are superior to women. The problem doesn't end here. How many of you have been catcalled, followed home, or sexually assaulted? According to a survey done in Lebanon, 1 in every 4 women have experienced sexual assault. In fact, 1 in every 200,000 women in Lebanon have been raped. This number may not seem huge, but it doesn't take into account all the unreported rape cases. When sexual assault is brought up, it's always, boys will be boys and she should have covered up. What if I were to tell you that I've been catcalled numerous times while modestly dressed? What if I were to tell you that children who haven't even hit puberty and women who dress modestly have been catcalled and raped? The problem isn't the woman's body, and definitely not the way she is dressed. The problem comes from the people raping, catcalling, and sexually assaulting. Discrimination against women is something that needs to be given more attention. If gender inequality is normalized within the people it affects most, how are we ever going to see change? I, for one, want change. However, this is impossible if we don't take action. I'm aware there isn't much we can do to prevent sexism. However, we must start with the little that we can. For now, all we know is that nobody is born brainwashed. Surely, genes do play a role when it comes to people's personalities, but nobody is born sexist. If we have the power to peer pressure our extremely mannered friends into bullying or stealing, we can also pressure sexist people into believing in gender equality. We can also start teaching kids about consent at a young age by asking our baby cousins or siblings for consent before we hug or kiss them. We have to start somewhere. Educating people on social media platforms is also a start. If we can get people to watch the Vampire Diaries because of our constant Instagram stories, surely we can create feminists through our social media activism. The person you make a feminist today could be the next president and could cause amazing changes. We are currently creating the world we want to live in till the day we die, and I really want gender equality in that world. As for all the women that are told that they belong in the kitchen by their husbands, please remember that the knives are also in there.